2018 Porsche Panamera. 2018 Porsche Panamera review. Who else but Porsche would create a plug-in hybrid sedan that creates 680 horsepower? 4-star overall score. The Porsche Panamera was redesigned from the ground up a year ago. It got new looks, new engines plus a bevy of tech upgrades. But for Porsche, that's apparently insufficient. The 2018 Porsche Panamera gets two big additions, the Panamera Sport Turismo along with the Turbo S E-Hybrid. The Sport Turismo has an expanded hatchback area that provides the Panamera a virtually wagon-like profile, even though the Turbo S E-Hybrid packs more power than any car Porsche has available. With an astonishing 680 horsepower and 626 pound-feet of torque, the Turbo S E-Hybrid will out-accelerate most sports cars in the world. Porsche estimates it's going to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 3.2 seconds with all the optional Sport Chrono package. That would be impressive naturally, especially from this kind of big, luxurious sedan. Nevertheless, the same car could be plugged in and charged for, Porsche says, about 30 miles of electric-only range. Last year's Panamera was awatchy performance-focused and conspicuously luxurious. It's more so with the 2018 Panamera. What's new? Fresh off a redesign just recently, the Porsche Panamera still gets some major updates for 2018. The biggest addition for the lineup would be the Panamera Turbo S E-Hybrid. It's powered with a twin-turbocharged V8, coupled with an electric motor and also a 14 kWh lithium-ion battery. Who else but Porsche would build a plug-in hybrid with 680 horsepower? There's also the brand new body style, the wagon-like Sport Turismo, as well as some additional torque, from 435 to 516 pounds-feet, for that standard E-Hybrid model. While the range-topping Turbo S E-Hybrid is appealing, they come in a mighty asking price, and for that reason, the Panamera Turbo, non-hybrid. The Turbo can be purchased in all three Panamera body styles. We love the Sport Turismo, and they come in Porsche's fire-breathing 550 horsepower twin-turbo V8. Standard equipment around the Panamera Turbo incorporates a wide-view 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system, an adaptive air suspension, full leather upholstery, 10-way power front seats with memory settings, heated rear seats plus a 14-speaker Bose speakers. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Porsche Panamera can be found in 3 different body styles, with 5 different powertrains. Equipment levels change while you climb up the ladder, but no matter which one you end up picking, each Panamera is tremendously customizable. Essentially, if you are buying a Panamera, you're spoiled for choice. At the bottom with the ladder, you have the only rear-wheel drive Panamera, the camp trim. From there, anything else is all-wheel drive, the Panamera 4, Panamera 4S, Panamera 4 E-Hybrid, Panamera Turbo and Panamera Turbo S E-Hybrid. Everything above the bottom trim can also be offered from the executive body style, that is the longer version in the Panamera that includes nearly 6 inches of rear legroom. The 4, 4S, 4 E-Hybrid and Turbo models are also available in the Sport Turismo body style, that has a bigger hatchback cargo area. All Panameras provide an 8-speed automatic transmission and 4 seats, a middle rear seat is optional. The base Panamera incorporates quite a bit of standard equipment, including a turbocharged 3.0-litre V6, 330 horsepower, 331 pounds-feet, 19-inch wheels, Porsche Active Suspension Management, also called Adaptive Suspension or PASM, LED headlights, automatic wipers, a panoramic sunroof, an electrical hatchback trunk lid, power folding and auto-dimming side mirrors with heating, a 2-way adaptive rear spoiler, back and front parking sensors, a rear-view camera, keyless ignition, without keyless entry, partial leather upholstery, 8-way power-adjustable front seats with heating, driver seat memory settings, dual-zone automatic climate control, a manually adjustable tire, an auto-dimming rear-view mirror, 60/40 split folding rear seat backs, Bluetooth, a wide-view 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system, including a navigation system, Apple CarPlay and also a mobile Wi-Fi hotspot, along with a 10-speaker head unit with satellite and HD radio and USB and auxiliary audio inputs. The Panamera 4 keeps the identical standard equipment, utilizes a similar single-turbo 3.0-liter V6 because the standard model, but adds all-wheel drive. The Panamera 4S keeps the all-wheel drive powertrain, however it swaps the engine into a twin-turbo 2.9-liter V6, 440 horsepower, 405 pounds-feet, and adds an exceptional dual-exhaust system. The Panamera 4 E-Hybrid has got the 2.9-liter engine along with an electric-powered motor along with a 14 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery, for the combined 462 horsepower, 516 pounds-feet, with approximately 30 miles of all-electric driving range. To support the other weight with the battery pack, air suspension is standard within the hybrid models. The more performance-oriented Panamera Turbo uses a twin-turbocharged 4.0-liter V8, 550 horsepower, 567 pounds-feet, 20-inch wheels, adaptive headlights, an adaptive air suspension, a 4-way adaptive rear spoiler, quad tailpipes, keyless entry and ignition, an electrical adjustable controls, dark walnut wood trim, synthetic suede roofliner and pillar trim, full leather upholstery, 14-way power front seats with memory settings, heated rear seats as well as a 14-speaker Bose stereo audio. At the top on the ladder, there is the Panamera Turbo S E-Hybrid, which adds the hybrid components towards the 4.0-liter turbo V8, for any combined 680 horsepower and 626 pounds-feet. Essentially, standard equipment may be the same as for the regular turbo with all the addition of 21-inch wheels, ceramic composite brakes, the optional Sport Chrono package, launch control, a dash-mounted stopwatch, an individual driving mode for just a custom feel, a passionate sport button and performance-oriented displays, plus a second air conditioning system to chill the car while it's parked. There's a lot of standalone or bundled alternatives for pretty much every trim level since Porsche believes that owners must be able to customize their cars to private taste. You can have the 4 as well as the 4S with most on the turbo's standard equipment. Additional highlights for that rest with the lineup include various wheel, paint, interior trim and leather specifications, with multiple two-tone interior treatments available, speed-sensitive steering assist, a sports activity exhaust, power closing doors, a heated tire, a 21-speaker Burmester head unit, 18-way adaptive sports seats, 8-way power rear seats with memory function, ventilated back and front seats, massaging back and front seats, 4-zone climate control, a rear touchscreen interface, power rear sunshades and also a dual-screen rear entertainment system. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically also comes in multiple versions which can be fundamentally similar. The S on this review use our full test on the 2017 Porsche Panamera 4S, turbo 2.9 liters V6, 8-speed dual-clutch automatic, AWD. Driving. No car this big and has any company performing with this level. It's mind-boggling how capable the Panamera 4S is on the fun, winding road. Anyone who claims it isn't really a real Porsche clearly hasn't driven one. And this is simply a single step up from your base model really deep lineup. Acceleration. Among similarly priced luxury sedans, the Panamera 4S is just about the quickest, reaching 60 miles per hour within 3.9 seconds. Power is breathtaking, plus the shifts are impressively smooth. Engaging launch control will fulfill your adolescent racer dreams, along with the car sounds great, too. Braking. Stopping from 60 miles per hour required only 101 feet, and that is shorter than any rival's result. Under heavy braking, it remains composed and controllable. The pedal is about the soft side but very trustworthy. When it's driven hard, some odd clicking could be heard and felt, however it doesn't affect performance. Steering. The steering effort is light, plus the driver receives little feedback. But with a motor vehicle that handles and also this, it's really not a challenge. Even though this is a huge sedan, The steering is incredibly accurate and you're feeling as if you can put it precisely in places you want within a turn. Handling. Precise in all of the situations. When driving the Panamera 4S with a fun road, you quickly forget it's a 4,400-pound luxury sedan. It feels much lighter and smaller. There's seemingly no limit to your amount of grip on the sticky tires and all-wheel drive. It's almost as rewarding drive an automobile as a 911. Drivability. Not only does the Panamera perform just like a smaller performance car, nevertheless it also maneuvers such as a smaller sedan, too. The turning radius is narrower than you'd expect, also it's very easy to squeeze it into a tight parking spot. Comfort. The Panamera's performance means some concessions were made. The climate control is fussy your personal computer needs to be, and ride quality just isn't as luxurious as that regarding some rivals. But none of these issues comes even remotely near being a deal breaker. Seat comfort. Porsche's seat game is strong. Whether you're short or tall, all the different adjustments will accommodate you. The padding is thin, even so the front seats are very well shaped that all-day comfort is guaranteed. For hotter climates, we'd suggest springing for that optional ventilated seats. Ride comfort. As expected, the Panamera 4S doesn't ride quite as smoothly because you're his less athletic rivals, but it really is still exceptionally comfortable. Small, high-frequency bumps are almost undetectable, and broader undulations are well managed. Noise and vibration. Wind noise for the highway is absent. Plus the engine is well muffled when you find yourself just cruising. Because in this silence, you'll hear some month tires more distinctly, but at no time does the noise become intrusive, even on coarse asphalt. Climate control. The AC cools the cabin rapidly, along with the vent coverage is extremely good. Using the system just isn't as simple mainly because it should be, and it also takes a number of button and touch screen commands to get into. The touchscreen-only control on the center vent direction is ridiculously complicated. Interior. The new Panamera's interior is usually of vast aesthetic improvement, but many from the controls and as an easy task to use and maybe a supply of driver distraction. Otherwise, the cabin is really as luxurious, modern and refined as that surrounding any of that contemporaries. Ease of usage. Thankfully, this generation Panamera forgoes the massive buttons of the company's predecessor, however some difficulties remain. The operation in the capacitive touch buttons grab the driver's attention away in the road, plus the gear selector takes getting used to. Getting in, getting out. The Panamera is simple to live with. The doors are fairly short, long and open wide in tight spots. They stay in position through the entire stroke instead of at preset attempts. Rear passengers will have to dip their heads slightly to get rid of the sloping roof, but only when they are tall. Driving position. The primary controls are well placed, along with the range of seat adjustments ensure an optimal position for drivers associated with the size. Unfortunately, we encountered some glitches within the seat memory functions when the system wouldn't accept new adjustments. Roominess. Even although you get a sporty, wrap-around feeling on the cockpit, the Panamera is very spacious. There's insightful headroom. The rear seats will easily accommodate quickly 6 feet, along with the long wheelbase version adds a lot more space for tall passengers. Visibility. The forward view is incredibly good. The front roof pillars are well contoured to reduce obstruction in left turns. The pillar between the front and back seats is quite thick as well as craning the neck to discover past. The rear window affords a fantastic view, plus the surround view camera eliminates any guesswork. Quality. The interior materials are befitting a motor vehicle of this class and price, and there is a sturdy construction underneath. We drove the vehicle exceptionally hard, however, and noticed a number of new creaks afterward. Utility. Though this is the hatchback within the luxury sedan class, the Panamera doesn't reap the rewards usually linked to that body style. There is a good amount of space for luggage and cargo, and not as much because the specifications suggest. Again, these are generally fairly small concessions for just a sporty car. Small item storage. The door pockets, the middle armrest bin, and glove box are all around the small side, causing limited methods of your personal effects. The small and enormous cup holders are fantastic at securing bottles and cups. Cargo space. With 17.4 cubic feet of cargo space behind the spine seats, the Panamera offers generous space in some recoverable format. In practice, the spine is shallow, as well as the high lift-over height is surely an impediment. The lack of remote seatback releases also deducts points. Child safety seat accommodation. The latch anchors are hidden but easily accessed. Taller front passengers may keep a rear-facing child car seat from fitting inside the back, but forward-facing seats won't certainly be a problem. Technology. Operation from the Panamera's many features just isn't as intuitive as with its rivals. The infotainment interface would be the biggest offender, and it has been a persistent Porsche gripe. The company claims that they're secondary in the driver's car. Still, we expect more within a premium luxury vehicle. Audio and navigation. Even while using new infotainment system, it trails your competitors. The audio quality was decent, although not impressive. The $8,000 Burma Store audio upgrade is likely to cure the matter. We also observed sporadic glitches using the control knob no longer working when pushed. Smartphone integration. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard and easier to make use of than Porsche's system. Touchscreen inputs worked on a regular basis, however the customizable tire button wouldn't. Driver aids. The advanced security features are well tuned to get a sporty car similar to this. False alarms were never triggered, as well as the stability control intervention was graceful. The adaptive cruise control seemed to be smooth and maintained its speed even on steep downhill grades. Voice control. Voice controls inside native powertrain control module, PCM, unit weren't as simple or intuitive as Apple CarPlay's, but this can be of most systems. But the voice controls did faithfully execute our commands.